competition. But now, of course, the competition starts in the drafting phase, presented by the official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6. Again, the Helkert and Natalia banned out. Will they let go of the Ling this time? Because the Ling this time can go in the hands of Kyrie.
Ling in the hands of Kyrie. We've seen that Geek Fam can kind of deal with that. So we'll have to wait and see. For them though, for Fnatic Onic, they banned with the Harith as well. So they're looking at something else here to go for that the first ban. For Geek Fam, they banned the Fanny, but they leave the Hayabusa open. Are they trying to bait Fnatic Onic to go for that pick because they know that they have a strategy in their pockets to try and deal with it?
I mean, remember game 1, it was Ling against Natalia, technically, right? Natalia creating havoc, creating a... he was able to like break the formation because of that Natalia pick. Now it's a different story because Natalia banned out, so it's not going to be the Ling though. Oh, it's still going to be the Ling. So yeah, it's a different story here. So different approach. Ruby though is still on the board, and as well as Edith.
The Sling, of course, did have the moments of disrupt where the Natalia was constantly under his feet, just trying to, you know, disturb the Ling, and CW as well with the Bruno with the smoke screen. And what do they make of this Ling? How are they going to counter it? And yes, the Ruby, so Prio this time around will be picked up by Geek Fam. The Ruby and the Roger, double Rs.
Roger and Ruby, so technically it's also a great option here to kind of flex out, right? To try and confuse Coach Yeb and what exactly Geek Fam are trying to do. But for Fnatic, they finally get their hands on that Valentina. For the first 2 games, it was in the hands of Geek Fam, and we know that Gila-sans is definitely a force to be reckoned with when he's on this Valentina. And technically, this means that Geek Fam can't be as aggressive as they were in game 1 and 2 in that mid lane.
And they pick up the Edith and the Valentina as well, kind of just pushing away Geek Fam from really, you know, strong mid lane picks who really has that AoE to turn the team fights around, either a Zask or a Vexana or a Faramis even. So what do Geek Fam want to pick in that mid side? And they will reveal the Zask. Right up for themselves.
Onto a Valentina, where usually it favors the Valentina. But remember, there's a Ruby that can supplement the mobility, that can assist the Zask. So maybe that is going to be the reason why they still are confident with the Zask locking it in. Now, second phase.
Second phase.
Interesting.
Definitely a lot of thoughts flying around right here for the bans, because for both teams, Flex is still available. For Fnatic Onic, I think Geek Fam are still confused a bit on where exactly the Edith can go, because it's a great pick for the EXP and the roaming position. They're banning it away. They're gonna go for the Claude ban first right here, so they're ignoring the Edith possibility and going straight for securing something dominant, something good for Masako. Because at the end of the day, if they really want to move this Roger back to the gold lane, it's possible, but we called it, realize? The Saber, man. The war crime general. You don't want to leave anything oversight when you're against him.
Oh my god. 3 bans soaked and absorbed by the war crime general.
I want to see Beloski's reaction to that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see it, but remember, Coach Yeb was the ex-coach of Beloski himself. So, yeah, I mean, he knows the characteristics. He knows that, yeah, once Beloski is rolling, let's just eliminate that factor, right? Eliminate all the possibilities. And yeah, very smart approach here, I gotta say, from Coach Yeb.
Yeah, back then he was still called Greed. But this time around, Beloski, will he be able to still retain that greed to win the game for Geek Fam? And now, a fun fact here, Harith becomes the 3rd most picked and banned hero in MPL ID Season 14 with 18 picks, 18 bans, so basically 96.88% pick and ban rate. So it's a very, very high rate for a hero in the magnitude of Harith, because Harith is also very, very significant.
Been dominating in the gold lane, and earlier we saw it go up against the Lunox, where it actually did not work out. So the Harith is definitely still one of the best picks available, but the Moskov falls into the hands of Geek Fam, so that macro threat is once again theirs to kind of handle. And with Onic banning away the Mathilda, though, I think they're trying to force that Ruby into the EXP lane for sure.
You want the Kufra. It's still a possibility here for the side of Fnatic Onic. Kufra works well. And also they need some sort of crowd control to supplement the Edith as well.
Right, because Edith as a solo engager, not really as threatening, but if you have follow-up behind it, it can definitely be a great tool. From the mid lane, it won't be that Aurora like we saw in game number 2. Now, it's actually going to be the Grok. But what else with it though? Because now they have a way to really stop the whole team in their tracks.
Chivalry is dead.
The Clint? Oh, okay.
Oh, Clint.
The Cowboy shows up here.
Yeehaw!
A very strong pick, by the way, for the gold lane when it comes to those trades. So now for Geek Fam, if they go for an assassin, okay, wow, okay, hang on a minute. Okay, okay, all right, Stamus for that win in that EXP lane. So I don't know about the Grok, right? So the Grok is gonna be trying to deny, he's gonna be trying to disturb the Roger, and usually the Grok just does so much better against assassins. Against the Roger, it might be dangerous, man.
A lot of funky picks here and there. The Thamus, the Clint, and also another one in the bags. This time around, game 3 will roll as we take a look at the counter index and draft index here, Arashi.
Well, looking at it, Geek Fam definitely has the advantage when it comes to individual laning. I'm inclined to agree.